Hello guys, welcome back to Corifer channel. Today I'm gonna share with you a way to kill Khan. Khan, in case you don't know, is one of the guild bosses we can do weekly, but it's usually the more tedious one to do because it's not really easy to get here and it's a lot to prep for. First thing you need to do when you arrive here is go to the guild manager on the island and buy yourself around 5 Monster Bane Cannon assembly kits and around 500 or so Monster Bane cannonballs. You'll need them later when you fight the boss. Before going further to the spawn location, make sure to stop by Curio over here. He is the NPC next to the location where Khan spawns. This is the exact location on the map, right up the stairs you take to get here. Go over to him and take the difficulty 0 quest. Usually this is the minimum required to do it. We don't do higher because we simply don't have the numbers yet. So we'll stick with this one. After that, we just go forward and this over here is where we can enter the Khan instance. If you press G to the guild boss certification, press enter. There is only 2 places to stand while you shoot at Khan. The first one is near the water on ground and the other one is on top of the stone. There is only one difference between the two of them, and that is the angle of the cannon. Let me show you. For the one on top of the stone, make sure to always keep your angle lowered. You can do that by either tapping Q or E for rising and lowering it. Like so. Again, always keep the cannons lowered while you're on top of the stone. As for when you're on the ground, always keep your cannon's angle risen. Well now, time for shooting classes. Let's learn how to shoot properly with a cannon, especially at Khan. Okay, before we even begin, we need to load up our cannon with cannonballs. And here comes the maximum required cannonballs you should use per cannon, because there's a chance it might break when Khan attacks. So always load up to a maximum of 50. But do not start with 50. Because now and then the cannoneers, runners or delivery guys will need to give you some special kind of cannonballs that deal more damage. So I would recommend somewhere between 10 to 20, but as a 50 maximum, nothing more. After that, just board up the cannon. And right away you'll see this golden ball that appears atop your head. That's the cannon. But every time you shoot, you'll notice that something appears. Those are the stacks of the cannonballs. And every time you shoot and hold it down so the range increases, so it can reach further away. That's about where Khan spawns. There we go, another stack appeared. Let's shoot again. And another stack appeared. Let's wait for the cannon to cool down. There we go. And the last and 4th stack. There you go. Now you're probably wondering, what do I do with these cannon stacks? Well, you can enter two combat stances for the cannon. One is called overcharge fire and the other one is called rapid fire. Usually when you want to enter rapid fire, you charge up all the way to 4 charges and then press X as it says here in the little tooltip window. Yes. And you get your quick cannonball charges right next to it. Now, every time you shoot, you still need to hold it down so it goes further back. It recharges way faster in one go, but it does a little bit less damage than normal ones. Still, you can shoot faster. That's the main point of this combat mode of the cannon. You can shoot your cannonballs faster, thus making more damage over time. As for the other mode you can use, called overcharged shot, you can do that by simply right clicking and consuming all your stacks at once. This will do much more damage, but at the same time take longer to recharge, and can only be used after getting up to 3 stacks. That would be all for the combat side of fighting Khan, but in case you missed something, here's a very helpful image that pretty much summarizes everything I just said. So if you ever find yourself like you've forgotten a mechanic, you can check back at this time and see everything that I just explained into one simple image. Now to talk about the mechanics of the fight itself. From time to time, some monsters alongside a black crystal will spawn along the shore of where Khan usually spawns. That's where the runners come in. They are a few people selected by the leader or whoever runs the Khan raid at the moment, who will run around and kill the monsters alongside the black crystal, which drops a special cannonball, which I mentioned earlier. That cannonball deals a lot more damage than the normal one and is usually delivered to you by those runners. That's why I mentioned that you should not have that many normal cannonballs added to your cannon to begin with. Other than that, there isn't really much else to mention, except maybe one of Khan's attacks where he sort of jumps out of the water and you need to hide behind one of the rocks nearby with your cannon, otherwise it gets destroyed. And with that, we wrap up the guide. Thank you for watching and see you at Khan.